and insecurity in my little flings with people. It didn't provide to me a substantial closure within my heart of my sexuality, and I was not really confident about it. So I was not telling people I was sleeping with. It was two men having some fun. It was just two guys, and also in India, because of the gender divide, it works fabulously. You are, you are there, they're there, everyone is growing up, things are growing up, and boys and girls are not interacting, and if a guy and a girl are together in a room, it would be questioned by people everywhere. If two guys are in the room, nobody questions them. I'm like, yo, that's interesting. That's like the privilege of being queer. Anyway, so I was in junior college, that is high school, late high school, 11th grade. I fell in love with a guy, and sort of it gave some substance. It gave me that feeling of being permanent at a place, of the whole world being shrinked to that pivot, that focal point of existence. And it's very poetic in my head. The whole idea of first love, it was unrequited. It was with my straight best friend. And it didn't work out pretty well. We stopped talking. But the point being, it gave me that power to fuck the whole thing. I mean, not literally. But it just gave me the push needed. And then I'm like, okay, I'm now in college. I cracked JEE. I don't know how, but I did. And I came into IIT Bombay. They had just started an organization called Sati. There's a small butterfly intended there, but I don't know. I couldn't figure it out in the first go, but that's why I had to say it. So Sati means companion in Hindi, and it was to provide companionship, not companionship, just being there for a person when they need you to be there. Because when you're queer, right, and you have never spoken about your queerness to anyone, and you are so scared, you just want one person to vent out all your anger, one person who will give that safe space, who will give that positive space. And it's not about, see, in a heterosexual perspective, it seems very obvious. Oh, I am queer positive, why wouldn't he tell me? Why wouldn't she tell me? Why wouldn't they tell me? It's not that easy. In my mind, my sisters were all queer friendly. I never told them until I was 18, because for me it was like, things will change. They'll look at me in a different way. Everything would change. Nothing changed. But it's that idea which is, it's just turning. It's Roxana's dream. It's turning your world upside down. And it's just in your mind. I mean, it was in my mind. So I'll come to what we could do. Anyways, so I started coming out in college. Initial coming outs were longer, really. It would go on from like 10 years of age to the timeline would go to 18, love and everything, all that crap. Then it started becoming faster and faster, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gay. Okay, hi, bye. I mean, it went faster. The confidence built up. I started thinking about my aspirations, what I want to do, what I'm still thinking about them. I'm not really sure, but I fell in love again. Good old love. I was there in the same pit, in the same well, looking up to the sky, thinking about what I've done to my life, and but it was still the same old feeling again, same old drama again, and that went off. That went off. So I'm fine now, but I'm not a person who hates being in love. I like being in love. I like being the hopeless romantic, because it makes sense to me then. Even if it's unrequited, even if it's just one-sided, even if it's just the phase that you appreciate about life. Anyways, so is it intimidating to be out? No. It's not intimidating. It was intimidating when you're 13. You're in your room, crying to yourself, thinking, that you would not be able to live your life the way others have defined their lives to be. That is intimidating. Now I'm strong. I know I'm gonna earn. I know I can do whatever. It's not intimidating. I come from a social class wherein the law would not touch me. I come from a class which has seen high mobility. I'm not the direct stakeholder, but I am a stakeholder of my rights. If I don't do this, then nobody would. It won't be better for everyone who is suffering in the closet. So it's not intimidating. That's 2 paragraphs from Invictus by Henley. Beyond this place of wrath and horrors looms, beyond this place of wrath and tears, looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the ears finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Why do I talk so much? I think I've already made that clear. If I don't talk about it, nobody talks about it. What's next? My 20s, a decade of dynamic India, of changing things, of breaking barriers, of experiencing new things. I started my 20s in Toronto. I saw this poster which a lot of people would see around. I saw sex, violence and cartoon. I'm like, these are 3 of my favorite things. And I went. I ended up living at that place. And I think this impulsive nature of mine has made me make the best decisions of my life. In my 20s, I do some things I like. I mean, take some photographs, make the short film or a dozen, like travel, like a shoebox of photographs with sepia tone love, and fall in love again, and again, and yet again. So I'd like to end, and good night. No. The hour is ill which severs those it should unite. Let us remain together still, and then it shall be good night. That's really. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aditya. That was brilliant.